All right, all right. Here we are. Welcome to the Beast Battler launch event. Sorry,
Hi.
for little delay there. I'm Bernie Sue. That's Joshy. Yes, I pointed that right. Cameras, how it is. Welcome back to another live stream of Dustbreakers, and it's a really exciting stream for us today. A lot of new announcements here. For those of you who don't know who we are, I'm Bernie. I'm the head of content. Joshy over there is the community lead. You see him. You see us in the discords. We're here. We've been chatting you guys up. Him more than me, and we are here to showcase all of the new announcements, the new mini game, all the new rewards and prizes and so forth. And we're going to talk through all of that in the stream here today. You guys don't know where Dustbreakers is? You got the Nightbot commands in the chat. The mods there will give you a hand there, show you where you can learn about more of this show, this saga. I'm used to saying shows. We are on a show. I'm used to saying shows, but it's a saga. It's a sci-fi game. It's an NFT. It's got all sorts of craziness going on. Joshy, what's going on, man?
Yeah, just very excited here for our mini game launch. It's the Beast Battler. Back in December, we did our Genesis wave of NFTs. That was the first 10,000 Dusk Breakers were unveiled, and we did the Play to Mint event before that even happened. So we had our first mini game back the first week of December. We got to play it again about midway through December for some partner prizes and things like that. And it's been about 6 weeks or so. Patiently waiting for some more gameplay, and this one is basically another beast altogether, pardon the pun. But basically, the game is totally different this time. The mechanics are the same, but the aim and the way that you get points is completely different. You're not breaking open chests, you are battling beasts, as we've implied. So it's been a great month of just community building in our Discord and getting to know each other, and basically waiting patiently for the awesome Duskbreakers team to build us another experience. But it's finally here. The wait is over. We can actually, start battling these beasts any moment now.
Yes, absolutely. One of the things too, what we wanted to make sure to do is to provide a lot of opportunity for you guys in the community to join the world. We're not just an NFT. We're not just a token, we're all of this together, as we love to say. So how this is going to go today is that we're going to first kind of walk through all the new announcements. Ironically, or I guess surprisingly, as we adjusted to this announcement, we originally were just going to have this stream be the announcement, but we announced so much. Like, I mean, I think Josh, you were even surprised how much we announced in the last couple of days here, and so we're just going to walk through that really quickly here, so you guys can kind of see where to pick around and go around. It's again not just an NFT. The art's great, done by Gears himself. You can see him in the chat, I'm sure, and our great team. Not just a game, but the game is fun and all sorts of things going on. So let's kind of go through that really quickly. Josh, you can of course please feel free to ask any questions of me. There's some things I can answer, there's some things I can't. Not just because I can't say. Some things I just don't know at this time.
That's right.
And this is an evolving thing. Those of you who are in the NFT space, who are kind of wondering our philosophy, we are all in this for the long game. This is a long play for us. I if obviously some people in the NFT world are just there to trade. You want to trade? Cool, awesome. Totally up to you. You're free to do that. Those of us on the team, we're building for the long haul here, and yeah. So let's just kind of go into it. I'm going to share my screen here to kind of go through some things. Again, the place you can see a lot of the stuff right now is our website. This is dustbreakers.gg. If you haven't been on our website in a while, this is actually where you get the game too. So remember to do that. What were your initial thoughts here, Joshy? I'm gonna just talk through it, I guess.
Well, yesterday we did launch our Medium article that basically, spelled out all of the announcements. As you mentioned, we were going to wait till stream, but there's just so much to put in there that we wanted people to have some time to digest some of the things that got announced. So, we've got our bullet points here on the doc, so I don't forget. But more lore, webcomic was mentioned just in the very first paragraph of that Medium article. This is not just a game, but a full variety of multimedia. We've got obviously more games, including this Beast Battler. Another NFT is actually mentioned, and that's something that's got a lot of people excited, especially the original people who are still sticking around, but also anyone who's holding one of those original 10,000 NFTs at the time of the drop will be able to get more. So basically get in while you can. AMAs, we mentioned, Gabby coming on later this week, I guess, in the next few days on Thursday. We're going to have guests every other week, planning to start with. Could be more frequent. We'll find out as we move along. But this, specific announcement had just a ton of stuff in it. And then we've got obviously a bunch of information about the game itself. But for now, you can see Bernie kind of scrolling through that Medium article. A lot of information about the game was in there, and that's the part you've gotten to there with that ID card showing up.
Totally. So let's kind of go through again the very basic bullet points of this, because we want to really, the meat of this is the game, and we want to show the game. We want you to play the game, of course. So I'm just going to kind of walk through this Medium article. I was the author of this article, so feel free again to ask those questions, and we'll see what we can answer. But we're just kind of here to update you guys on everything, and answer some questions too that we saw on the Discord. Head over our Discord. It's Nightbot Command Discord, !Discord. You can find it. Head over there. You can go to this Medium article too. Nightbot Command Medium, I believe, goes to this Medium article, so you can see it yourself. So you don't have to see what I'm doing here. So we got a mini game launching today. We also got a YouTube channel that's been kind of previewing the mini game. We have more videos of that coming out. Feel free to go to our YouTube channel, give us a sub there, and see the previews. But you can just play the game too and just fight the beasts yourself. We got these breaker cards, which I'll kind of. Let's talk about the breaker cards real quick. So one of the big things that you guys have asked for is to have your breakers matter. Those of you who are Genesis holders. By Genesis holders, I mean if you're holding a breaker, you're a Genesis holder. You have one, and using your breakers in the game. So what you are able to do now is that you are able to play as a breaker, or enter as a breaker, and then the traits, as you can see here, will affect your breaker in some power-up form. And the 4 power-up forms are, where is it? Down here, I believe.
Attack,
here it is.
Defense,
yeah,
charge,
and boost. Attack, defense, dash, boost, and charge. Now, those of you know that this is a competition now, because there are prizes, and we will of course be balancing as we go. We have there are a lot of opportunities to win lots of prizes, which we'll get to next. But this is just something where try different breakers out. Maybe you're better with the attack boost. Maybe you're better with the defense boost. If you're holding multiple breakers, and I know a lot of people are holding multiple breakers, so that's a level of luxury for you to do. If you're holding one, well, you can grind just like everybody else and try to win some awesome prizes. So let's go to the prizes. Okay, so I think this was, from my sense of the community, Yoshi, I am wondering what you saw too. I think this part was pretty surprising, the amount, I guess, we were giving here.
Well, the fact that we're doing 11 weeks, this is the first week we're going to do a 60-hour stretch, but then we've also announced 10 more weeks of prizes, and that's something that I don't think anyone was imagining, because the previous play events were only 48 hours or so for the play to mint and for the kind of mid-December run that we did. So that was a big thing to me, was wow, we're going to get a shot at prizes every single week for months. Like that's pretty awesome in my opinion.
Exactly.
Always something to do.
Every single week. All right, everybody playing every single week. The first week is a short week because we are at the end of a week here right now, literally Friday for us in the US, Saturday for those of you in Asia. So this is a shorter 60-hour, it probably will be longer than 60 hours. We'll give you the exact time end probably at some point during the stream, just like when we can hit end or end the leaderboard, but it'll be fair for everybody. But every time we do this for this week and the 10 weeks afterward, the prizes will look somewhat like this, meaning that there will always be a breaker as the top prize for both leaderboards. So those of you who remember the last time we did the big break, there were 2 leaderboards. There was the top cumulative score, which means all the combined scores of every time you played. So if you played for 48 hours straight, all those scores were added together. And then there was the top individual run as a score. And so just the top one single run, you get a perfect run, top score there. And so we're rewarding to both leaderboards. Okay, so technically one person could win both leaderboards. All right, technically it can happen, and we'll see how it happens here. We obviously would prefer to give around and share some wealth here, but it's up to you guys. You guys see someone dominating 2 leaderboards, step up and prevent that. Those of you who are wondering, if you don't know our community or our breakers very well, what the value of a breaker is, you can go to OpenSea .io and look it up on Dustbreakers. My belief right now is our floor is around a 0.28, which puts us at a probably, I don't know what ETH is today. I know it's been very volatile today. Somewhere around $700, $800 for the value of that breaker. And if that breaker goes in value, great. So that's the value of that. Remember, we're handing out two. So top in both leaderboards and cumulative and top score. And second and third are at the very, we either will hand out a partnered NFT from another NFT group that we are partnering with. We'll hand out one of those, or we will just hand out 500 USDC. The coin, just pretty simple. And then from there, all 10 of the whitelist, all 10 of the leaderboard number placers in both leaderboards automatically get a whitelist spot. And everybody who plays gets sweepstakes in the whitelist. Now, sweepstakes means there's a chance for you to get in the whitelist at the end. Every wallet, okay? And of course, the prizes change each week. Just to clarify one thing that we can do right now, I believe. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the first week, right? As in right now. Like if you play starting whenever the game is available, I believe the game is available on the site. My team can correct me if I'm wrong. These are the prizes for this weekend. Okay, the first 60-ish hours of it. You have the two breakers right here, right there on the screen for you. Breaker 1041 and Breaker 936, right there for you to up for grabs. $500 USDC, 250 USDC for both second and third. Whitelist spots for future NFT, which we'll get to in a second. On for both top 10s, and of course, as I said before, the sweepstakes opportunity for everybody. Okay, so that's already good to go. One area where we got a lot of questions, of course, related to the future NFT, right, Joshy?
That's right. I have a question already.
Please.
You mentioned the whitelist as a potential prize for placing top 10 on either the individual run board or the cumulative scoreboard. So let's say you get 5th place on one and 7th place on the other. You've just earned 2 whitelist spots for yourself. What does that mean? Is there a cap?
Correct. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Very good question. I've been seeing various variations of that question in the chat. So let's kind of go through this section here. Again, this is on the Medium post. You can go to the Medium post yourself, see for yourself what this is here. The future NFT. So everybody who is a holder of a breaker, when we drop this NFT, we'll get an NFT. We'll get airdropped one. Okay, that's an airdrop. Right? That's not a whitelist. That is an airdrop. So if you're holding 30 breakers, you're gonna get 30 of these. All right, airdropped. Right? It is not. There's no cap here. Okay. If you're holding 1, you get 1. If you're holding 10, you get 10. You're holding 30, you get 30. Okay, all the way up to whatever the top holder is. Okay. Now let's go to the whitelist. Your question, right? Leaderboard whitelists play to mint. Okay, so like you said, if you got 5th this week and you got 7th on the other one, you get 2 spots. Right? You've won 2 spots. Okay. And you're like, awesome, I'm going to win. You can go and grind and win 2 spots every week, right? Okay, there is a cap, right? The cap for each wallet is 10. So if you grinded 5 weeks in a row and won top 10 each time, you're going to max out in 5 weeks of your whitelist spots. Okay, the whitelist spots are also independent of the airdrop with the Genesis holder. So if you're holding 20 breakers and you get 10 whitelist spots, you're going to get 20 airdrops. And the opportunity to whitelist, that one's automatic, right? If you have the whitelist, doesn't mean you get the NFT. You have to mint it. You have to mint it. Okay, that is you, right? You have to mint it. So that's the difference here. That's the separation here. So it's we want to reward. I mean, those of you who have been following from the beginning, our ethos has been play to mint. This is as play to mint as imaginable from my opinion. If you want to counter that, you're welcome to, but that is the spirit of this. We are a play to mint group, NFT, and we are bringing that spirit back here tenfold, literally, I suppose. So that's our guest, Nick, there. He's coming in a minute. He's itching. And then, of course, the rest of the announcements, as Josh kind of mentioned, we're going to start our bi-weekly AMAs starting February 3rd with Gabby from Yield Guild Games. You can follow him on Twitter right there. His link's on the site. We'll be starting a webcomic. We'll be launching soon. More details on that when we have more details. White paper's coming. 3D models are coming. of the Genesis Breakers things. These are things we've talked about before on previous posts and Medium posts and announcements. So just want to just acknowledge that we have not forgotten about any of these things. They are all coming. The AMA will be bi-weekly, meaning every other week. Now that may change. We just want to make sure that there's an opportunity, a scheduled opportunity for the community members to ask questions, see what's up, and talk to people who are supporting us in the community, whether it be the gaming community, the NFT community, the crypto community, the influencer community, all those things together. So be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions too, you can also go to our now updated website, which has the sections here too. You can click on these to see updates as well from each of the sections of the upcoming things. The webcomic is mentioned over here, the Genesis Breaker player cards. Now, the clarify this section, because that may be confusing because you're like, wait, the player cards are in the game already. What's with this? This is more for the site. So it's like a shared media experience where it's not just in a game. So that's what that is there. And I think that's all I have, Joshy, unless
Okay.
what do you think?
That's all the stuff. That's all the stuff surrounding the game. Obviously, the Beast Battler is something we've been teasing for a few weeks now. People have seen, short video snippets of Big Mama Gribble or Grandmama Gribble, I believe it was called, Atomic Gribble, and some more. Obviously, today, if you're able to get into the game, we're going to see all of them. I'm going to be playing on stream soon, but we do have a lot more to go over. If we're ready to bring on Nick, I think that we've pretty much covered everything from the Medium article, including pricing and sort of future roadmap stuff, as well as the website updates. So I think people are itching to learn more about the Beast Battler itself now.
Yes, let's do it. All right, let's bring on Nick. Here we go. I'm going to bring on Nick and do a small screen, and Josh is on the big screen because he's going to be our playing person. What's up, Nick?
Hello.
Hello. So Nick, you've been the one just spearheading the game. I would say this initiative with the Beast Battler. So I guess what my question.
Hold on there, Bernie. I think you're still showing us on program. I don't think Nick's on program yet.
Sorry, my bad.
There you go.
There he is.
There we go.
I see it. All right, there's Nick. Okay, there he is. My bad.
Hey, everybody. I'm here.
Yes. New system, everybody. This is we're all remote here, and it's a new system for me. I know other people have used this. All right, so there's Nick. Welcome, Nick. And Nick has been the one who's really spearheaded this. I guess from my perspective, I looked at it as when you brought up the idea of giving the community the Beast Battler, like what inspired that? What inspired this initiative here?
Well, it's really simple. Everybody was real excited about the Play to Mint idea originally. And since we have another NFT coming out, obviously, we want to keep true to that. And we want to be able to tell this world, this crazy new world of the Dusk and the Dusk Breakers. So we wanted to be able to really dive into what affects the Gribbles on the ship and some other beast. We have another one, obviously, that's in there as well, called the Barney, which is pretty dope, if you ask me, one of my favorites. But yeah, so basically the ship has affected these Gribbles in different ways. There's an atomic Gribble, which you guys have already played against if you played the game. There's an electric Gribble, which has obviously been around the engine room a little too much. We have the Bomba Gribble, who is just a little bit more evil than the last one. And then, of course, we have the Mega Barney. So we got a lot of opportunities to really be able to start showing this Dusk and the creatures that are on it, and also give us a chance here at Dusk Breakers and the team to be able to start testing out new and exciting things that may not even be able to be seen in the actual game from somebody who doesn't, who has not coded it in, basically. So, like, for instance, the player cards are really important because of the traits. These are all things that are going to be tested here now. We'll fine tune and be able to put into the actual game when we launch the real game.
Amazing. Well, without further ado, should we spin one of these babies up?
Let's run it.
Actually, while Joshy is setting that up, Nick, so how does someone play this game for the audience who are unfamiliar with our system?
Right now, the best way to go is obviously to duskbreakers.gg. You will be prompted to connect your wallet will be able to then be able to pick your breakers through the wallet, such as right here. You can see Joshy coming in hot with the Q. Nice. And then from that, you pick your breaker, then you'll be able to go into the game. On the top, it'll say play. And then that's it. The game will load up into the screen itself, the launcher. Right now, we are pushing the boundaries of the WebGL. It's important to note that that we are pushing those boundaries, and some people might not be able to play, but we got an exciting new option to be able to play later on that we're working on right now for everyone.
Amazing. Joshy, do you have any questions for Nick here about what you're seeing?
Just kind of showing off things as he's talking about them. This is the Breaker Select that he talked about just a moment ago. You know, I've got kind of an army sort of built up here. I minted as many as I could back in December, and I've also picked up a couple of just traits that I liked along the way, right? Like bowl cut, got a hoodie, got a halo. I feel like a whale, but you know, honestly, this is just a project I really, really like. I didn't join as a community lead until, you know, a month after I bought most of these. So it's just, I'm as excited as everybody else in chat right now to get started. And just once again, showing, you know, I selected the gold gear brain here. Nick, you can talk about maybe this portion of it where it shows like defense boost and kind of lists all the traits.
Yeah. So we have separated the traits into different categories: defense boost, attack boost, dash boost, and charge boost. As you can see with you right now, you got the defense. Defense is actually it's 50% damage reduction. Attacks is 25% damage boost. Dash is a 50% regeneration on the dash, so it charges faster. And then the charge boost is when you hold down your blaster button, it charges. So the reduction of that time to recharge is 15%. So there's multiple ways to be able to try to get better score in this time. And like I said, these are the ground. We're laying the roots, we're laying the seeds right now to be able to do something really amazing when the real game comes out. And this is not only a great way to be able to, for us to be able to put whitelists out there and have a fair way for everybody to get a breaker or the next NFT, but it really shows the fact that we are able to test with the community and get community feedback. And that's really important to us.
Okay, so next question just on this particular screen is, people have asked, you know, does rarity matter? Do I need a bowl cut or a Canada jacket to get the most extra points or the most extra value out of kind of staking the NFT here? What's the deal with rarity? Or like, I can see right here, it says granting boost specifically for this trait.
Yes. So each of the traits are put into different categories: defense, attack, and dash and charge. And it's your most rare trait is what is currently giving you the boost. Now, like I said, this is the beginning. This is our play to mint. This is a simulation. This is not the real game that we're working on. This is not our big boy. This is us testing and having fun while we do it and being able to share with the community as we grow these systems. So right now, that is what is giving your boost. It is your rarest trait.
Gotcha. So
I didn't know that either.
Specifically, rarity specifically doesn't give you more of a boost, but it is what determines which of the 4 boosts you get. So that makes sense.
Yep.
And if I did click around, you know, I actually did click around a little bit before, and I saw that my blue Mohawk guy was an attack boost. So, you know, now I know Gearbrain's got defense. This guy's got some attack, and I've got some time, obviously.
Is that the official name? Gearbrain? Is that what you're sticking to?
Cyberbrain Blue and Cyberbrain Gold are the technical terms, but I like Gearbrain because you can do emojis for a gear.
Is that your pet name for it?
Gearbrain? Gearbrain Gang, man. That's
that's dope. That's dope. Love it.
We've also got, you know, Canada jackets and bowl cut crew, and I believe there was just common crew, something like that, for all the people that just got the 9,000 rarities, right? But yeah, there's obviously such a good variety of strong visual traits, like solid black eyes, gold smart skin, like halo.
See, I'm going heavy gold smart skin. I'm going heavy gold smart skin. Oh yeah, my breakers, I've been buying all the ones I can with the gold skin. I'm loving them.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I think obviously it's really cool. The more breakers you have, you get a little bit of variety to actually playing the mini game. And I did get a little bit of hands-on during the testing, and I will say this to everyone who played the Play to Mint. You will need these boosts. It is very difficult comparatively. You're not just running down hallways opening chests. You are fighting some bad mamma jammas. So take the best boost that fits your playstyle once you actually get started. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to say maybe about each specific boss? Is there maybe I don't know if we've mentioned power-ups. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah. I think you want to start the game. I think I could kind of walk you through some of it, maybe as we go. But the key of this is not about breaking. The original game was about breaking and defense. We're not messing around with that. The simulation, Dust Tech, not down with that. What we're doing now is about clearing the dust and making it a safer place for every breaker on board. So this specific simulation is literally about that. Sue has hooked it up so that we can test all these, and that's what we're going to do. We have bonuses in there. If you go towards these beacons, as you can see, these beacons are exactly where you want to head. And that'll get you to each individual boss. No reason to talk breaking. You will not get points for breaking. Now, however, you see that timer up there. That timer's going up, but that boost is going down. That score boost is going down, that speed boost. So the key is the faster that you kill these bosses and beasts, the more points you will get when they die. So if you want those crystals to start raining on you, you got to make sure you get there quick and kill fast.
I'm trying to dash as much as I can. You can see down in the bottom right corner of my screen, there's just a gauge that's filling back up. I don't have the dash boost on this guy.
Yeah, maybe you need to figure that one out. Maybe that's your style, right?
Josh, you can turn your music on too if you want to turn your
I do have it on 0. I'm gonna have to do that between runs here. Sorry.
Okay. Right.
As you can see, you also okay. So this is the Barney. This is the major barnacle. Like you saw these creatures out before, all along the walls. Now you're in there. This is where they spawn. This is what you will find on the real ducks. These will be attacking you at all time. Now, so this Barney obviously is real upset that you came in there. Josh was able to clear it out really quick. But a little tip here, you got to be careful because all those little Barneys are still alive and still attacking you.
I see that now. They're like little tentacle monsters reaching out. Got to be careful gathering these crystals. I do see, did my health go up automatically when the boss died there?
Okay, so in this area, you will see in that back corner right there is a boost. Each room has a certain boost. This one is a health boost. It will replenish your health. So when you're in there, be careful. Don't use it all. You might want to keep one at the end just so that you can start up again free and clear.
Makes sense. You can, keep those in your pocket, basically. If you fight a boss and end up with only 2 health at the end, you might need to backtrack just to make sure you can set a higher score at all. Because when you die, your run is over, obviously. And whatever score you've got, you can see up in the top right, I've got 13.2K. And that's a factor of me getting to that boss in that amount of time, the speed bonus, again, ticking down constantly. So I want to try and kill all the bosses as fast as I can. In practice, I've only killed 2 bosses in a run, and the third killed me pretty often. So again, managing your health is very important.
All right, so now we're in the Electric Gribble Room. Electric Gribble Room is tough. You have multiple smaller gribbles that are always shooting at you. And there it is. Womp, womp, womp.
Maybe you should have went for that strategy myself. Yeah, I still got to figure out the strategy for each room. Like, I don't know if I showed it very well there, but here, I'll turn the music up just a little bit on this next run. When I opened the door, I couldn't shoot through the door. That is something that's changed as well since the original playthrough.
Yes, so the overlords at Dust Tech has decided that they didn't want you to cheat. So there's an invisible barrier there that you cannot. Once you walk in there, the room starts, the training simulation starts within itself, and then you cannot leave. Dust Tech locks you in and keeps you there, and that's kind of how it feels. So you're pretty much screwed until you kill them.
Yeah, so again, you see I'm just kind of skipping past everything here. It really is just a race to whatever boss I can reach first. And something I noticed, obviously, in addition to the giant beams of light, if you look around, you can actually see the doors to each area a little bit clearer. So that one's kind of opposite me. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, all the way in the corner there. You see the top of the door is glowing. to help you navigate through the maze. That was something that in the last game, it was just kind of like you just kind of fumbled around a little bit. Maybe you didn't see a door at all. Obviously, they're very important for this, so they're highlighted a bit.
Yeah, we've
to let you
definitely
get
heard
there.
the community and fixed that, so you can see it a lot easier.
So here's a demonstration. I cannot shoot that blue Gribble through the door. I have to actually go in to start it.
Oh, you got to be careful because Gribbles are still in the maze, so you on that dust tag, so you got to be careful.
Here I go.
And we're off.
I'm just gonna keep moving. That's my strat this time.
All right,
Keep
so if
moving.
you grab these power-ups here, this will help your dash a lot faster in this room. So your dash will replenish faster doing this.
They're ranged. They hurt. Oh my god.
You got to dash, baby, dash.
I'm trying.
I don't think you're going to make this one. Oh, there you go. There's one. There's two. The key is, see, Joshy is taking out the beacons. The beacons are important here. You got to take out those nodes, those electrical
loose.
nodes. But now the electric grove was
No.
used, and the electric cone has hit him. Maybe, Josh, you want to try trying to go at a different boss this time?
I'll check a different
This
one,
might
yeah.
not be
Yeah,
the
wait,
one
Josh,
for you.
Turn your audio up so we can hear the scape, the soundscape.
I've got these sounds and music almost maxed on my screen. So if it's not coming through, I'm unsure why. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
I
I'll
may
put
need to
music
rejoin the call in order to do it. Yeah. Can they hear blaster sounds or anything?
No.
Unless
I'll-
I just didn't when I rejoined.
I
call.
got you. I'll just do some audio for you. Got you, dog.
The Gribble sounds definitely are slimy bug sounds, and like when I'm running past the walls, I can hear them kind of scuttling around. And when you get to some of the rooms, so we already
Scuttle.
checked out
That's
green.
a good word. Can we
Yeah,
should
it is
put
a
that
good
in canon. Gribble scuttle throughout the dusk.
They're kind of like
Looking for
rats.
its
that.
prey. I like it.
Am I going to have to go through the green room, or it looks like I might be able to go all the way around there? So the maze layout is different every time too. That's going
Yes,
to be
so everything regenerates every time. It's auto generation. Everything's a different experience. So you might get an easier maze, you might get a harder maze. Personally, I like to try to get the atomic Gribble first when I've been testing personally.
one's atomic. Is it the red?
Yes, that is.
Okay, let's see if we can go get to him, or if the white one. If we get to that one first, I'll just pop it in there. Yeah, I see a door on the other side.
There's the
Taking
mama
the long
Gribble.
route. Yeah, you can see her over the wall. And oh, I noticed when you open the door to this one, we might get a surprise here. The sound is crazy right now with Gribble scuttling. I'm just saying, as I get close to this door, I'm sorry that you guys can't hear it. That was not intended. We had limited time to test
Oh,
all
watch
this
out
stuff.
behind you there. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, they're still coming.
So you notice I'm not a big fan of the charge. I might learn to love it in this minigame. Oh, so does.
All
Might
right, the
need
baby
it.
Gribbles is coming out after you. Looks like you cleared him out.
All right, here we go. Oh, he's got a huge health bar.
So there's multiple health bars here. Little insider tip. Once the health bar comes out, the mama Gribble gets upset and screams for help. That means that she's calling in some of her backup minions, and they're going to come in hot. So it's about movement, kiting. This one here is about kiting, as where the electric Gribble was more about dashing and dodging.
I'm going to die again. They're tough, I'm telling you. I'm a gamer. I've killed each of these maybe one or two times, but it's
I
tough.
believe you. I believe
Hey,
you.
I have a question actually, Joshy, for like you. I mean, you were grinding in the first a couple experiences of this
Yeah, I
too.
got top
Like,
15
how
on
much
the
harder
thing.
is this now?
It's just much harder because previously it was a speed thing, right? It was like build your combo, break as many chests as you can, find the biggest chests that you can to get maximum points. And this time it's like you get nothing until you kill a boss, and obviously faster is better. So even in testing, I think my best run, I killed 2 bosses. Obviously I wasn't, I was making sure things were working more so than trying to set a high score. And now I'm really going to have to buckle down and figure this out, get some strategies, maybe find a breaker. Defense boost is what I, selected earlier, but maybe attack or dash boost, something like that will serve my, gameplay better. So if you do have multiple breakers, you'll be able to mess with that. Okay, so we did check out 3 of the 4. There's the red one. I'll try and make my way over to it so we can at least show it once
Insider
here.
tip: if you use your bonuses that are in the room sparingly, you have a really good chance of being able to beat each boss.
Spread them out. Don't grab all 4 at once.
Yeah, you went a little buck wild on that last one. You got a little nervous.
I
You
was
got a little scared. You got a little nervous. Yeah, you got a little buck wild. So you gotta be ready to ready to spare that out. You can't just go into the chocolate factory and eat all the chocolate.
You
I
know
believe,
what happens?
yeah. What
Augustus
is it?
Gloop, I think was
Yeah,
his name.
yeah. That's how
Rest
you're
in
looking
peace.
right now. Yeah, you're up in the chocolate river, just glorping down, and that's not good, man.
Oh man, so I can see over the wall in there. He's looking pretty mean. All those green things. Can you explain those green things?
So it is a damage ticker. It is a radiation damage that is hitting you. Once you walk into there, though, there is the bonuses for this room, which is a radiation, basically a radiation
shield?
shoot. Yep, shield, which will keep
Nice.
you right. So
right.
don't go after all of them right away.
Okay, we'll spread them out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ease in there. I'm gonna wait for this one to go off before I go in, so it doesn't just hit me. Okay, cool. I'll grab one and kill off his ads. Dodge that one. If I go through the middle,
of the more. Yep.
Does that red matter?
No. The red is just our beacon, so
Just
no
beacon.
worries there. Yeah, just the beacon to help you get where it is.
You see the green around him though. That's frightening.
Yeah, the green will hit your will give you damage.
All right.
See, you slowed it down. You weren't a little stingy with those power ups, and look how it worked out for you.
And it did give me health back, I noticed, even though these are heat shields or radiation shields.
Yeah, so after these ones, it will boost you up.
So I'm grabbing all these crystals as fast as I can to get that score multiplier, leaving a shield. I don't think there were any other radiation places. I'll leave those shields. And now we got one
get
boss
hit there. You got hit with a little radiation. Your health ticker went down a little bit there.
All right, Blue Boy, I'm coming back for you. Those shocks hit hard. He's the one who killed me the first couple times. If there's any questions in chat, obviously I'm in game here, so I'm not really able to monitor. But if you guys see, in the Twitch chat or on Discord or something, any other questions, you guys can start fielding those.
Yeah.
But speed is the key. Making sure that you get your bonuses and test out each one of the breakers. Each breaker is given a different trait. Now, right now, like we discussed, it is your most rarest trait that is giving you the boost. But in future NFTs and games, it will be way more in depth and be able to do a lot more with it. This is, like I said, this is not only our way of doing a nice play to mint and being able to get people whitelisted, but it is also our chance to be able to test new systems and get community feedback as we go.
All right, Bernie, you see any burning questions?
I
run around.
I do not. I'm thinking they're waiting. We're waiting for the official launch on the site. So I feel like it's either any minute now. So I'm just kind of waiting for that. But it looks like a lot of people in the chat are just really itching to play. Yeah. So. But I do think that, look, this is just part of it, right? As Nick said, this is just one of several experiences that we're building. It is not the feature game that we've are aiming for as the AAA. This is an experience where we are building a story world here, a saga, an NFT sci-fi saga using NFTs, and it's just a little different than what you would normally see here or see in this, where you would just hey, we're gonna make a game or we're gonna do this and everything is speculative. So one of the things I'll say, I know that Joshi and I both have kind of been thrown into this NFT space in the last not that space is that long, the last month or so, but we've been looking around, and I don't know about you of what you've experienced, but a lot of groups make a lot of promises, and cool, right? You should make promises for your community. And one of the things for us is there's always the, hey, we will do what we were going to promise you, and we can say it all day, right? Anybody can say it all day. We want to make sure that we deliver for our community and those of you especially who are grinding with us. I think it's incredible that what essentially is a mini game has built this hey, we want to play it, we want to grind on it, and it really inspired us to create this experience for you all to reward you guys to this for playing this.
We just really want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to have their input, and we deliver. That's the key here. We actually made the first game in only about a month, and then this one is the same. So we're turning out these quick, but it's really about what's going on under the skin of the game, and what's going on in the back end that not everybody gets to see. But we're definitely developing some really cool core systems that will do some amazing stuff in the AAA game, and the new NFT drop that's coming through. We're building on that as well, which is really exciting for everyone. Speaking of new stuff, when you go to your Dustbreaker ID, there's going to be a little share system there where you can actually download your card and share with everybody via Discord, Facebook, whatever. This way you can do bragging rights, or maybe get your info out there a little bit better, so that maybe you can sell your breaker if you want. But I think you guys should keep it, because somebody that knows just a little bit what's coming down the pike, you might want to hold on for just a little longer, see what happens.
Not advice. But, just to
not
be clear.
Advice, not advice, but
not advice.
But if you want to sell cheap, Godfather's here to take them all. Send them my way.
Hey, I just want to hang a lantern on one of the chat things about the view count. We are on the front page of Twitch, so those of you who are on from the front page and seeing and hearing us, please, if you want to hop in and learn about this sci-fi saga, NFT saga, look, NFTs, very, very wild west. I'm not going to say it's everything's great and dandy here. Our entire team is doxxed. You can look us all up. We are very public. One of the founders, of course, is actually a lot of you guys are tied to Twitch. Nick is tied to Twitch. Kevin, JT has Twitch ties. I have Twitch ties. I've done a show. One of these Emmys say Twitch on them. So if you're on the front page and you're curious to learn about this space from people who are putting their entire career reputations out there to build this, this biased, very biased, obviously, but this is a project that you can look into. Doesn't mean you have to buy it. I'm not saying you should buy one. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy one, but I'm saying as a creator, as an artist, as someone who's done shows and so forth, who's looking at this new technology, this new space, Web3, crypto, NFTs, and storytelling, all that stuff. Look at our team. Just follow. We're not perfect. We ain't perfect. No, we're not. But we are genuine, and all of our reputations are on the line for this one. So we're not hiding. We're all out there. We're all very public. And come see us and talk to us. And Josh is having fun.
Oh, he's got one. Oh, look at this. He's got a pixel
here. Owned. There's no shot. Blue guy's gonna own me.
So please, come in, ask questions. You don't have to cast it on Twitch. You can go to our Twitter. You can go to our Discord. Check us out there. And yes, there are a lot of scams out there in NFT world. There are tons. And there are a lot of NFTs out there. There are tons. So for us, we're real people. We have reputations on the line. We're putting them up. I'm a real
boy. Oh my goodness.
And look, I'm coming off an Emmy-winning show, so this is where I am now, and so this is what this is the dance. So here we are. So yeah.
The other important thing is that, like you said, Bernie, we come from Twitch. A lot of us are in the backgrounds. I was one of the original channels long time ago, and it's all about the community. And that's one of the major things here that I think is going to try to set us a little different and apart from others, is that we're not only building this for NFT holders. This is a free-to-play game. You're able to get a Dustbreaker. You can still get in there, sign up, get in, and be able to play, even if you don't have a breaker or an NFT. Now, having an NFT is definitely going to help you out through different ways, and every experience will be different. But the fact is that we're trying to build a community that's more than just based off of this monetary or this NFT world. It's really about a Web3 game and design that we're trying to innovate on and bring to everyone.
100% agree. Quick question just showed up there. Future Hot Sister, what problems are NFT solving for gaming? It's a good question, actually. I'm actually curious what you think, Nick, as you've built this one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What was it?
So the question is, what problem are NFTs solving for gaming? Will they create a better experience? And so far, it seems to be about money and not about gameplay.
I think it depends on the team. You know, great power comes with great responsibility. I'll throw it out there, right? A corporation with a lot of money and a lot of power can do some amazing things. They can save the spotted owl, or they can make a nuclear bomb and nuke everybody, right? It just depends on who's using this technology. Now, I really find it interesting that digital ownership of a game asset is really cool. The fact that each individual, for instance, ours Breaker is different, and it's yours, and it can be traded. And then when you do sell it, you actually get a piece of it. So of that sell, and that really gives an opportunity to people. Just as Twitch gave an opportunity for gamers to do something in their life that they love and be able to hopefully make a living or support some family members or whatever and change their lives. How we look at it, and I'm speaking for myself, how I personally look at it, is that this could be in that same way. I mean, there's a lot of more underdeveloped countries economically right now that are getting into Web3, and they're making a living for their families playing video games. And I mean, I like playing video games for money. It's worked out well for me over the years, and I hope that it opens up for everybody else, right?
And in this experience, you can play this game for money, right?
Yep.
You have to be good, right?
Esports, right? Yeah, esports.
Esports.
But it's there. Like, you can play and win. So, I'm trying to think of, like, all right,
if your rent's due, right? If your rent's due and you need 500, this is how you get it. Get that 500.
Yeah, exactly. Just real quick, I'm gonna just throw to the screen real quick. But we'll still see you, Joshy, and we can still hear you, Nick. So this is what's on the board right now. Like, you play this game. This is this leaderboard right now. So, and this Dustbreaker NFT right now, I think it's 0.25, 0.28. I don't know what their floor is right now. So if you just won this and insta-selled it, you would make 0.28 ETH. Good for you. Right? So, but yeah, it is, you can earn right now for this. So, we've been very, very public on our stance on what we're doing here is we're trying to build. And one of the things that Kevin and David, two of our founders, have said very publicly about our mint, those of you who weren't there in the process, those of you who are just discovering us, we minted 6 weeks ago, early December, minted out all 10,000, very transparent. You can see we minted them all out at 0.06 ETH. I think we raised 2.5 million an ETH because of that. Whatever ETH is worth now, it's a little lower. Do your thing. One thing we did not do is we did not distribute the dollars amongst the team, which many teams do. Okay, we put all the resources, or we will put all the resources back into the franchise, so it's building together. The team, as a company, MetaTheory, has raised its own resources and capital to support the company. The franchise is now being supported by the Dustbreakers NFT, which is now being built with the community in mind.
Exactly.
This game, community-owned breakers, canonical breakers, and I mean, as a storyteller, I mean, I just saying, like, I feel like I've just
canonization.
Whoop.
Yeah, because
ask the question again.
Touch on canonization, because that's something that people new to the stream don't realize maybe that we've done in the past, is actually like reward someone by using their NFT, entering them in the story. I'll obviously let you expand on that, but I don't think we've really touched on that yet.
Okay, so yeah, so a lot of people, some people, I'm going to take a step back and talk about it from my perspective. So my background is I'm a storyteller, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, I'm a director. I'm a show creator, done some shows, and I look at, why am I here? Like, you think a question of what, I'm not a game designer. I'm not really much of a gamer. I do play some games. I'm not a gamer, not compared to these guys, right? So I'm not a gamer. So why am I here? So I'm a story designer, a world builder, a multi-platform story designer. And what I see in this space is the opportunity to build something like a franchise from the ground up. So the crazy example I use is like, okay, if you were to try to build Star Wars, the franchise today versus in 1978, which is what the only thing they could do is make a movie. And they made a good movie, of course. What would you do today? I would think you would do what we're kind of doing, which is to mint a bunch of characters, right? and draw all the characters from, as in pull, not draw, pull all the characters from into your movie or your shows or your comic books and everything from the repository of NFTs that are out there. So essentially, the comparison I go, in 1978, Star Wars existed. You had Luke and you had Leia and you had Han and so forth. But what was Boba Fett in 1978? It was nothing. Didn't exist. He didn't exist. He didn't exist. He didn't exist until 1980, right? The Emperor didn't exist until 1980, which is when Empire Strikes Back came back. I may have my years wrong, so please don't.
I understand the gist.
Yeah, but they didn't exist then. And so, does someone hold the Boba Fett right now that's not one of us? That'd be sick. I think that'd be really cool, honestly. Like, I think it's way cooler if it's one of the players, one of the community members is holding who eventually becomes Boba Fett. Now, I can't say who becomes Boba Fett because they didn't know in 1978 who became Boba Fett. We are building this together. It may be one of the canonical breakers that have been canonized now, and you can see them all in our Discord. They're in the Breaker Stories channel on Discord. Check them out yourself. I believe of the canonicalized breakers, let's say there are 10 of them. I think there are 10 of them. I don't know the exact number that we've revealed so far. Like, I think 8 of them are being held by community members that aren't us, that they hold the NFT. So if we start building stories around them, they own that character, theoretically, or at least own the NFT of that character. And that's not us. So if one of them turns into a very, very beloved narrative character in the story world, that value of that character goes up, right? Now, if they want to sell it, that's on them. If they want to hold it because of clout, even better. That's the area where I find, for me, as a storyteller who does what I do, that's the area where I go, this is cool. This is exciting to me. Like, I want to see what happens here if we can pull this off. And we're just getting started, which is why, Josh, I think one of the questions that some of the team members have, like, why aren't we talking about community breakers as prizes? Because last time we did this, we did do canonical breakers as prizes. Like, if you won the leaderboard, we would make your breaker one of the characters. We put a little pause on that for the moment because we've just started to build more canon. Like saying you're canon doesn't make you canon. You have to like do something with it. You have to like publish a comic book. You have to do an animated show. You have to like do something to do that. Oop, am I crashing? Hopefully not.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, so that's the ethos of what we're doing here. So my part in this, the things that I really probably I'm most known for haven't really happened yet, and that's okay. I'm here to support you guys. So really excited about that. Really excited.
Yeah, it's almost like when you say that, it's almost like owning the only Boba Fett action figure out there. Like, how much is the original one worth, right? How much is the original one worth? But only if they only made one ever. And you're like, it's mine. What are you going to do about it? I'll put it on auction. I'll keep it. I'll will it down to my family. This will stay in my family for generations to come. Who knows?
Yeah, and one of the things we did in the last stream we had Atomic Mari, Twitch streamer, gamer. She's a holder of one of the breakers. We canonicalized one of her breakers, and with the intention that when the time comes, she would voice that breaker. That's interesting, right? We haven't the idea that she owns or voices the character she owns. A little different play here. I don't know how that shakes out, but hey, that's
especially if she sells the breaker. Then does she sell her voice?
I don't know.
That's up to her. Might need to write a contract.
Our contract. What's on our like crypto contract? I don't know it that well. Please.
I don't know either. That's what I'm curious. We'll have to pull JT in for that question.
Yeah, but we're not giving legal advice. So just to be fair. So yeah. RMB. What about Creative Commons? Zero, Bernie. I don't understand that question. What about Creative Commons? I think I'm missing a little bit of specificity.
Might be asking sort of an ownership question. For example, if I have a Gearbrain PFP, what rights do I have to make a story with my Gearbrain PFP, and what rights do you have to include him in a story?
That's an interesting question. That is in our minting or our contract that's out there. I don't want to speak to that specifically, right. But
it's a tough question, honestly.
And this is an area where I'm not trying to dodge. I honestly just not clear on it. So look, fan fiction is fan fiction. Like everybody who writes a Harry Potter fan fiction doesn't get sued by Warner Brothers. They could. It'd be kind of assholey, but they could, but they don't. So that's the it's new. Like this is a new area. Look, like I'll give you a little bit of history. This is sound a little flexy, but like the three Emmys, they're the first Emmy first primetime Emmy won by YouTube, the second primetime Emmy won by YouTube, and the first primetime Emmy won by Twitch. These are shows that pushed boundaries, right? For good and for bad. I will be very honest with you. Okay, there are a lot of good things that these innovative shows did, and there are some things where it pushed some boundaries that rub people the wrong way. All right, like I'm being very honest with you on this. I'm not gonna get into details of the bad because of there are some outside things there, but I'm being honest with you that it's not just like Emmys, yay, we're the best. No, it pushed boundaries and caused rifts, and that's what happens. That's innovation. That's where we are. And so it goes back to what I said about like the comparison of Star Wars, right? You build Star Wars in 1977, you start with a movie. Cool. Okay. Then in success, big factor success, you have the video games and the toys and the show and all this other stuff. Okay. But we are living in today. We have phones that are computers. We have AR. We have games that connect to cryptocurrencies. Like, how do you build Star Wars today? That is the question. And that's the thing that I look at as a storyteller, why I'm here. Boom. Next question.
Cold Chills, baby. Cold Chills. You tell them. You tell them, Mini Lucas. Lucas Arts on its way, baby.
Oh, man. By the way, like those of you who are in the chat who are very anti NFTs or just very negative toward it, totally understand. A lot of bad things out there. A lot of good, a lot of bad. Okay. It's very, very gray. I would say do your own research. You do not need to buy our NFT. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to showcase
the game. You don't need to buy the game. Yeah, you
don't need to buy the NFT to play the game. You don't need to buy the NFT to win the game. Like, heck, maybe you'll get your first one by winning the leaderboard. That's how you get it. Cool. Amazing. No problem.
When you hate NFT so much and you're cashing in, then maybe you'll buy a pizza and say, maybe not so bad NFT. NFT, okay.
Exactly.
In my opinion, okay, again, Bernie mentioned it earlier, that he and I are both newer to the NFT space. I'm new to NFT space, but because nothing appealed to me until Duskbreakers, honestly. I've been trading crypto since 2014 when I saw, $200 of Bitcoin turned into 800. I was like, okay, what is this? And, I've been a hobbyist, dabbled here and there, but NFTs at the beginning, I'll admit, I had no interest. I saw profile pictures and I was like, this is kind of a silly, self-inclusionary club situation where there's no utility. Like, I'm spending money on what exactly? Very skeptical. I've mocked NFTs openly on Twitter. Like, maybe I'm a hypocrite now, but utility is what brought me around. Honestly, the fact that it's essentially a digital license toward ownership, a digital club membership in some cases. This is not the only NFT I own anymore. There are some other fantasy football scratchers or all sorts of things are happening. And yes, the area is rife with scams, but so is your cell phone. How many scam likely calls have you gotten in the last couple of months, right? We didn't just shut down cell phones because of the potential for misuse, right? NFTs are very broad spectrum. Do your own research, find things that you are comfortable with. Blanket statements don't help anyone on either side, right? All NFTs are good is a terrible statement. All NFTs are bad is a terrible statement. Be smart, use your own judgment on everything that you come into contact with. For me, Duskbreakers, just the allure of a multimedia experience that I can have creative input on is what got me involved. And I was so attached that, I was in the Discord every day and making friends with other esports people, Twitch streamers. I'm a Twitch partner myself, hence the hoodie, for 10 years or whatever. My people are here. We're playing these games and we're growing a product together that I think is really cool. Obviously, I have gotten more involved as a community lead, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I'm being honest. I did not like NFTs. There are very few that I like even now. Duskbreakers is a fantastic example of something that I have trust in because, again, the team, very solid. They've had success in, we call this Web 3. They've had success in Web 2. They're not newbies. They're not anonymous. Like, again, do your own research, not financial advice, but I'm happy where I'm at playing this game for a chance to win every week.
Speaking of
Hey,
playing a chance to win, it is
Go.
live. It's time.
Game is live.
Let's go.
It's on. The breakers are ready to break.
Please beat my score. I am horrible. I feel so bad playing this game and dying on the second boss every time.
We're gonna go with it.
Sorry, I had to do that.
Bye-bye.
There's another question I'd like to read, and I'd like to get your read on this, gentlemen. Shipduke3x says, think of it this way. When you put thousands of hours into an MMO character, what are you left with? Nothing. You don't own it. Now, when you put all that time into your game character, you own that character and you can sell it to the next person who wants to continue the story. Bullish. That's what he said. Not financial advice. Well, I guess it's
I agree with that comment. I actually had a conversation with some Blizzard, I won't say their names, but bigwigs years ago when I first met one of my idols, and I got a cease and desist letter one time from Blizzard because I tried to sell one of my Diablo characters.
Oh my god!
Yep.
That'll happen.
Yep. And
I work at Blizzard also, so I know.
Yeah, these were the dark days where some people, not all people, some people would go on eBay and sell a like a comb or a hairbrush, and you just happen to have Enigma armor with it,
Lucky
and
you.
and well, that's frowned upon. And fast forward, Diablo ended up doing a marketplace eventually, right, for the community, so they could sell items and go back and forth. So really, like in gaming, everybody's talking about Web3 this and owning this and that, but I mean, to be fair, digital assets being sold has been around in gaming for way longer than what this is. I mean, look at Counter-Strike alone,
Absolutely.
the knives and stuff. So a gaming company coming in to do this, I think, is a better fit than any financial. And this is just my opinion, because we've been doing it. Microtransactions, all this, digital assets. Only now, unlike when my Halo armor that I just bought, I can't resell that. In Web3 we can, and the comment is 100% true to form. In my opinion,
Fortnite is my big example right now because I have a lot of cool stuff in Fortnite. But do I enjoy playing it 2 years after the fact? No. I wish I could get even a fraction of the skin money I put in back, right, to be able to put towards something new. And that's something that would be available in this situation.
And what's your option? Sell your account, which
I can't do.
Which you can't legally do. So that puts you in a bind of, okay, yay, that's great, and there's also a lot of people that would love to have some of those older school skins that aren't available anymore. So really, you put an investment in. It's just locked down right now. Fortnite. That's the point. Right?
It's just it's the option, right? It's like, look, it's a good game's a good game, a bad game's a bad game. Just because you put NFTs or coins or tokenomics into a game. By the way, I still don't even understand what frick tokenomics is. So that's where I am in this space. It doesn't make the game automatically good. It's just a little bit of a tweak to the system. And hey, you know what? Like they'll still make games where you just play and enjoy and so forth. But if you can get that enjoyment and potentially take that asset when you're done with that game and sell it to the next person, just like you could with like clothes or a car or something like that. But then that value potentially can go up. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. That's transcendent to me. That's transformative. That's transformative. As the example of, again, we're very, very want to put out there that, like, do your own research. Not everything is like a moonshot and all that stuff. But the idea of like what Axie Infinity, for example, has done with their play to earn for poor families in Southeast Asia is incredible. Like transforming their lives, right, through a video game. Okay, may not be the video game you want to play, and that's cool, no problem, right? But it's like you're seeing this realm coming, and hey, if you just want to play the game and you're like, you don't give an F about whether or not you make money on it, cool. But at the end of the day, at the end of the game, when you move on to the next game, you can just sell the game and maybe make a little money off of that, or make all your money back that you put in the game. Kind of nice. I think it'd be pretty amazing. Not saying that's going to be what we are. We're hoping, of course, for success, but that's the ethos. And I'm not speaking for all the NFT gaming companies and groups. I'm just speaking of what we're trying to do here as very public people who are doing a lot and trying to put our best face forward with what we got a little bit at a time. So you guys make your own advice.
Yeah, you put your time and your effort into stuff that you enjoy, you love, right? Or sometimes you got to put your time and effort into a job that you don't love. And that's, that's where it's at. So, you only have so much resources in your life, financial, time, whatever. Do your research, check it out, but I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it again. You don't need to spend any money on our NFTs. You don't need to do anything. We will always have a great core experience, at least as long as I'm here, for the individual who just wants to come and try out the games that or whatever we do. You don't need to have an NFT to be able to read the webcomic. Right at this point, maybe not.
Well,
I don't know.
You won't.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I was like, did I just screw up there?
You that. the webcomic. Look, the webcomic is supposed to serve as a good webcomic.
Yeah.
And a good franchise, when it deploys their franchise to another medium, that's not the first, it should stand alone on that medium. Like, again, using Star Wars as an example, right? Most of us our age, I think, came in from the movies. Okay, but there's a generation who came in through the cartoon, from the Clone Wars cartoon. You make your judgment about whether you think that cartoon is great or not. I think most of the episodes are very good. There are some better than others, right? But a lot of young kids, that's their introduction to Star Wars. The Clone Wars cartoon, and they're part of the franchise. That's incredible. So for us, there's a game that's here that is tied to an NFT, but you don't have to be in the NFT. If you want to just buy and sell breakers all day and ride the high and the low and the volatility of it, it's not very volatile, honestly. But at least last time I checked, you can do that. You don't have to buy the NFT to play the game, and you won't have to buy the NFT to read the comics. The comics are going to stand alone in the story world. They will stand separate. That's what makes a good franchise. It's just the part of the currency or the token. It allows you to, one, influence, and then two, cash out if you wanted to. At some point you go like, what? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be part of Star Wars anymore. All my Star Wars stuff, I don't want it anymore. You push a button and it's gone. Right? That's what this technology does. So, do your own research. You make your own opinions. I'm as skeptical as anybody, but I'm also looking at what is possible with new technologies. Again, that's what I do. Storytelling on Twitch, storytelling on YouTube. People didn't think about this a generation ago, and now we're doing it all over the place. So, all right.
So I noticed while we were chatting there, obviously, I did just get a 0 score because I got absolutely dominated by the Blarney. This one's the Blarney, is that correct?
Barney, yeah.
Oh, Barney. He destroyed me. There were a couple runs where I had 0 points, but I do see some points now hitting the leaderboard. We got some familiar faces, and I'll just do some shout outs. Eddie specifically is one that's done incredible in our past mini games, and I believe does have a canonized breaker. Neptune, one of our community moderators. We've got KL is actually, I believe, Meet Delu, who just got upgraded to the Vanguard role on our Discord. Please do check out our Discord. That's where you're going to find me most of the time as the community lead, trying to just keep everyone involved, answer questions, help you guys out. We did a little competition earlier in the month because there was no minigame to play and people were getting a little restless. We did the breakout competition, which was basically just like a beauty pageant where everybody kind of posted their breakers and people voted on, most attractive, goofiest, angriest, stuff like that. We had winners, one USDC. And again, USDC, I'll just touch on that because we mentioned it before, but didn't fully explain. USDC is called a stable coin. It basically just matches the value of the US dollar. We pay out prizes in crypto, but USDC is kind of the safest that we can pay as prizing rather than Ethereum because of wild value swings and things like that. Excuse me. The breakout competition, though, one of our winners, we had a Twitter poll and tons of voting over 24, 48 hours, and one of them became canon. So things like that are going on in the Discord as well. Discord.gg/Duskbreakers. I believe ! Discord in the chat will lead you there. But if you're a holder, we're looking to provide value to you guys as well. Lots of free things, but also, giving our kudos and thanks to all the people who do join us. And, maybe the mini game this week, we already talked about the prizes. It's going to be an NFT, 500 and then 250 USDC. Canonization for things in the future definitely could roll around again. Bernie said we're putting the brakes on that a little bit so that we can build the actual products they go into. But it's always there. It's always, something that you can look forward to. And just seeing some of these players I know have canonized breakers and they're still playing because they're still attached now with the project. And I love to see that.
Thanks, Dan. Yes, canonized breakers will come back. Just right now, go win some money. that's we're giving away money for you to play the game. That's the very bare minimum of this. Just calling it out. How are there so many people chatting? We are on the front page of Twitch. That's where we are. That's why people have the front page open, and they may not have the chat open, and they're hearing and watching, or maybe not. I don't know. But if you guys come in and learn about what we're doing, or ask just general questions about this very, very, to be fair, controversial space, very controversial space, NFT world, Web3 gaming, right? Crypto gaming, like very controversial space. We are not by any means experts. We are learning by doing, and being very careful with it as far as we can be. So far, so good. Knock on wood, gentlemen. And so we'll see. I see a lot of people talking about the I'm going to pull out the specifics, but they think they're having their own conversation in chat about who owns what, and the gamer, the publisher can pull the plug on something instantaneously. Is a tradable asset, so forth. They go, sure, yeah, we could. We can say we aren't, but everything can go to zero. Like literally everything can go to zero in anything you own in any world, any space, right? If you have a house, right? You have a natural disaster, maybe you didn't buy insurance, go to zero. Okay, you're owning a stock. Obviously, stocks, we heard, and just because they're big and giant like an Enron, they can still go to zero. Bam. Okay. A game can just suddenly stop being made.
And Hyperscape was just canceled.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. You beat me to it. Absolutely.
Perfect example, right? So,
it's a fun game.
Yeah, and then we go with franchises, right? It's just like, there are franchises that are beloved and they're not so beloved anymore. Maybe they're still slightly beloved, but are they in their heyday? The one that hits me as a nerve is Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. A lot of people love Game of Thrones. A lot of people don't give an F about Game of Thrones anymore, who loved Game of Thrones. Okay. It can happen. Right. And so, here, at least, look, you can judge us. You can judge the markets. You can judge the currency. You can judge the token. You can judge the art and everything. I will say it's very liquid. So if you believe in us one day and you don't believe us the next day, it's a push of a button, and it liquidates at whatever the current market is, right? Versus say, if you have a piece of property and you're like, I don't want this property anymore, and you want to liquidate that, it's a process.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to sell a collectible item that you have in your house that's there, it's a process. So this is the personal opinion, how I look at it. I encourage you all to keep an open mind. I'm not saying you need to trust and follow us or me or anybody on the stream. I'm just encouraging you, as someone who's being very objective, to be an open mind, do your own research, and be open-minded to what the future can bring. Because this technology is here, and pending a solar flare level EMP destroy all electronics in the world event, it's not going anywhere. I don't know, Nick, you have an opinion? Like, could anything else knock the whole system down?
No, I mean that's it. AWS. But yeah, it's really about, like, the fact is you nailed it. All that money people spend on Fortnite skins. What if they just decided not to support the game anymore? It happens. Not saying they will. good people over there, but it does happen. The key is that I'm in it for, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm in it for the long haul. I mean, you and I talked a lot, Bernie. We're in it for the long haul. And I think that what we're building here with Dustbreakers and the future is going to be fun one way or another. It's not, there's no price to enter. This movie's free. Come on in and hang out, watch it, see where we go. And if you feel comfortable, great. If not, that's all right too. And you know, we're gonna, well, you got a lot of babies there, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man. Now there is something about this boss I was going to tell you. Those boosts are actually an auto blaster. So all you got to do is hold down your blaster button there, your mouse button, and you'll be able to just keep going once you get that boost.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, but you know, right now everybody can go play. You see the leaderboards coming up. Very exciting time.
That's way better.
Yeah. See that? Yeah. See, if Joshy would have went through the training that you can go on the first in the beginning of the load screen, you know that would help out a lot.
Should have done that first, but we were on stream already, you know.
Fair enough. But yeah, I suggest everybody go through the training as well. That way you can kind of understand the game more, as opposed to just watch Joshy attempt and die every couple minutes. It works out that way.
This is still entertaining.
Some people have killed all the bosses, I think, already. Like 45,000, I think. You got to kill at least 3 of the bosses.
Yeah, you're up to 3 there at that point. Yeah,
you know, I realized about this stream is that we're promoting a game that we want our players to play, and they're probably just playing and not watching the stream anymore. So we're just like
we're using our
page time, you know.
Everybody's playing the game. Yeah, of course. I mean, why not, right? But like they're all playing.
Go play. We want you to.
So all good. Just give me a second there, Nick. I just need it. So let me see. Oh, some people have multiple monitors and are playing. Badass. Look at these guys.
Fire.
Savages.
Do we have a Twitch category? What category should people play on if they want to stream?
That
is a good question. I don't know if
I saw a category for game development or indie games, maybe one of those.
Indie game that would fire. That would work. Yep. Indie game. We're definitely right. For all intents and purposes, an indie game, right? I mean, we are developing this, and that's the thing. I just want to say to everybody, you know, we built 2 simulations now for Dust Tech. That's what they are. They're building for our core systems for our AAA title attempt that we are going to go for. It's going to be real in depth. We're trying systems, so you know, always feel free to comment in Discord. Tell us what you think, please. But personally, thank you so much for all playing these games. We're happy to be able to give a fair new system, Play to Mint, so that everybody has a chance who does want to get a NFT. They have that opportunity. It's not the bots that come in and swoop everything, and it's not the whales that can pay people to wait in line. Take your time, you get on the boards, you get your whitelist, you know, and that I think is what's going to also change with our NFT from others is that it's not a bunch of whales that hold everything. There are people who earn these NFTs, who care about them, who want to do things in the community, as opposed to just flippers. And I think that's what we're trying to build here. And I'm just thankful for everybody for playing. And there's so much more to come. And we're real excited.
Definitely. And with that, I feel like it's a good part for you, Nick. I know you need to jump off and make sure this game is stable.
That would be that is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So.
Yeah, and like Josh and I aren't going anywhere for a bit. We'll keep playing. We'll talk about this. Feel free to ask any questions, those of you. So let's then send Nick off, everybody. You can shout him out in Discord. If you can go to our Discord, learn more about what we're doing here on the platform and the game and so forth. But with that, Nick, amazing job. Can't wait to play myself. I'm not going to lead the board, and I don't want to be the board either. I want someone else to win. But Nick, have a good weekend.
Thanks for having me
talk
on,
to you
everybody.
off stream. All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Ciao.
Bye.
Good luck, Josh.
Thank you. I need it.
And there he is. All right, just you and me, man. I'm going to keep talking
Sure.
about this. So what you're seeing, everybody, those of you on the front page, just asking what the F this is. This is a mini game for the franchise Dustbreakers. There is it's a saga. It's an NFT saga. You can go to our website, dustbreakers.gg. Transparent. There is it is tied to an NFT. You do not need to have the NFT to play the game. You do not need to buy the NFT to be a participant in the community. We are building a sci-fi saga here. That's games and comics and shows and all sorts of crazy stuff here, and also building a mechanism in place where you, as a community member, a player, can win and earn some money, earn some whatever valuable rewards
USDC.
we'll call it. USDC. And so, Josh, keep playing. I'm going to throw this the screen with the prizes of the current leaderboard. Okay, this is the current leaderboard. Sorry, my name is down here. I'm gonna move that up. Hold on a second. There it goes. All right. That's not Josh Benham, but you get it. You guys get what I mean here. So this is what we're playing for right now. You go to the game, dustbreakers.gg. The leaderboard is lasting for approximately 60 to 72 hours. We'll have that posted on our Discord officially. It's at least through the weekend. Okay, so you have some time here. Both there are two leaderboards, one for individual top score run, and then a leaderboard for cumulative score. All your scores combined, add together. This is what you're winning if you place on the leaderboard. First place, you get one of these two NFTs you see here. How much are these NFTs worth? You can go look on OpenSea on the floor. I'm not looking right now because I'm with you guys. Right?
0.28 to 0.29 currently.
0.289? 0.29?
0.289. Yeah.
0.289. Okay, cool. I'm going to just spitball. That's probably around $700 right now. Don't know what the price of ETH is right now, but if you wanted to just win and sell it, that's on you. That's totally cool. We have no problem with that. If you want to keep it and store it away, awesome. If you want to keep it be your NFT to play the game, again, you don't have to have an NFT to play the game. You can do that too. Second, third place, get $500 and 250 USDC. That is the stable coin that follows the dollar. So you can just cash that out if you wanted to. Top 10, get the whitelist for the future NFT that we are dropping. Meaning, I know whitelists are a very valuable thing in NFT land. One of the things that I find very frustrating, Joshy, I don't know if you have the same opinion, the Discord grinding on everybody to get the whitelist. And it's like,
it's a circus. It's everyone.
Yeah.
It makes sense for some projects because if they don't have a significant enough product, then vapor, fear of missing out, FOMO, these are all they have to go on, and maybe the strength of just their artist team, etc. But what I've seen is for mint, events, very often Discord will have you spam the heck out of everyone on Twitter, spam the heck out of everyone on Discord, get those invites, get those retweets, and it can feel very shallow. And it's obvious, why they want to do that. They want to get as many people involved before the sale or the launch of an event. And then after that, if there's no product, what's keeping them around? I mean, Duskbreakers, obviously, now we're on our third iteration of a mini game and much more to come. So I'm very happy about that. But you're right, the Discord and Twitter circus, as I've been saying, can get very frustrating, and we're not doing that.
Absolutely. Those of you who are playing the game, who are asking about how to accelerate it. You're playing on the WebGL. Feel free to ask questions in the Discord. And see maybe there's some tips there. I don't really have the answers personally, and I think
I saw Chrome has something called hardware acceleration as a setting, and I've seen people mention. Now I can't remember if it was to turn it on or off, but try changing your hardware acceleration on Chrome. That could at least be one thing to try out first. Oh, and as you're running through the dusk, try to look away from the beacons, and you'll be at least able to get through the hallways much smoother. Just something.
Yes, and just so you know, we are constantly working on this game. So what you're seeing now is hopefully the worst version of it.
It's the first. It's the first version, so obviously it goes up from here.
Can you get better and more optimized? Wait, well, next time I love the walk to the leaderboard and just see where we're going I know it's the way too
Oh, sure.
early version of the leaderboard, just to kind of let's just see. So, but yeah, if you have questions on the tech side of things, please feel free to go to our Discord. The community members there will help you out, and hopefully get you on the leaderboard so you can win or place on these lists. So, yes. Oh, where's the Discord?
Exclamation point Discord in chat is
There it
discord.gg/duskbreakers.
There it is. I got it. That's what the Nightbot's for, right? Nightbots, brother. Yeah.
Get a Duskbot. Night
Duskbot.
Yeah, get it?
Duskbot. Yeah, I gotcha. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And so yeah, also Nick, those of you who missed it, Nick earlier talked about yes, the WebGL has certain boundaries right now, and so some of you may have some difficulties. We are working on a native, or his team is working on a native version that will hopefully make it a lot smoother. So he is aware, and the team is aware that it is choppy, okay, for some people, and that may of course help or hurt your chances at this, but to make it better. So learn the game, get better at the game, and remember,
you have more weeks to come.
11 weeks at this. All right. Yes. Just to go back to it. This. Wait. Hold on a second. Let me bring up my screen again. I'm going to go to the other one, which is the weekly leaderboard. Where is it?
The article.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll just go to the article. The article. Okay, so here's the article again. Josh is still playing below. So this is the weekly. Okay, what I mean by that is that the graphic I showed you earlier was the this weekend leaderboard, because I'm showing literally the 2 NFTs that you're going to win if you place first. This is going to happen again for 11 weeks. So we are giving away 22 breakers, 22 NFTs over the course of 11 weeks. We want to give back to the community. We want to honor our play to mint play to mint ethos. Not kind of, we are that. What am I talking about? and we are doing that and giving back to the community because we want to put our resources where our mouth is, right? Like we've said that we are not distributing the money that we've raised to ourselves. We are using that and giving back to the community. And here it is, like 10x fold. And so what I love about this is compared to what I talked about, what I asked Josh about earlier about the how to whitelist in Discord for other NFTs with the kind of grindy nature of just chatting a lot. With this, it's simple yet complex, right? The simplicity is we have a game in the story world of Duskbreakers. You play the game, you grind, you win. So if you're genuinely part of our community or a player in the game, you're going to be rewarded for that monetarily. And if your MO in this is to just win and sell, that's easy. That's on you. That's cool. No problem.
That's allowed.
We have no problem. Yeah. It's allowed. That's the space. That's the game, the figurative game of this. So please have some fun. Get in there, and I'm gonna kind of keep looking at these questions here.
Keep throwing them in chat. Bernie's here. We're probably going to be about 15-20 more minutes for everybody, so get those questions in about the game, the project overall, the team, the roadmap, the website update, it's all fair game. We will answer whatever we're able to. Bernie, of course, focus more on the world and multimedia. Myself, I'm a community lead, so we don't know legal questions so much. We don't know economics questions so much, but we're happy to talk about the project as much as we can.
Get them in there. We got the Medium article in there. You can go to that. Cherry Camo, one of our mods and community members on the Discord, is giving you some tips on how to make your Chrome experience a little better if you're playing on Chrome. And it's Too Raw says this sounds like it's only the beginning. Super excited to see what you guys bring to the table. Yeah, it is. We even only had this for like 2 months. Like, how much game development can you really get done in 2 months? Right?
It's early.
I mean, I think it's marvelous that we've had 2 versions of this game. And that's crazy to me. That's just like in my mind. And not a game designer. I'm not gonna, but that to me is just mind blowing to me that we have we had a game before the NFT was even minted, right? Like you played the game to mint the NFT. So, so yeah, Delusima, I'm pretty sure this won't be a play to win game. P2W. I'm guessing my memory of what P2W is play to win or pay to win rather. Pay to win.
I think pay to win. Yeah.
Pay to win, right? Pay money to win. And I will confidently say you're correct because even though I'm not the game designer, everyone else on the team hates pay to win, right? We all hate it. Okay, so I will confidently speak for them and say this is not going to be pay to win. Like, for example, I'm going to play a hypothetical example out there. Let's say because you have a certain breaker, again, there's only 4 traits with 4 very light boosts, right? Let's say one of those boosts is overpowered. Okay, that gets you in the top 10 because of that boost, whether that's the attack boost or the defense boost because you have the breaker. And you have to have the breaker because you have to spend the money to buy the breaker, right? So that hence isn't that technically a pay to win? In that, if it shakes out like that, again, calling it out, if it does, okay, we will immediately adjust it for the next week. Like, it'll be very clear in the data that one of the boosts is overpowered. What boost do you have here? What am I seeing?
This is the defense boost for the Cyberbrain Gold because it pulls your boost from the rarest trait on your breaker. The rarity of the trait itself doesn't matter. It's just pulling from the rarest of what you have. So Granting Boost is my gold Cyberbrain, and that is a defense boost. I mentioned earlier that I did click around a few of them, and my Blue Mohawk Red Hoodie guy is an attack boost. I believe the hoodie is the rarest trait for that one. And the Cyberbrain Blue is also an attack boost. Did not have enough time to check out everybody, but I will figure out which one of mine have the charge and dash boost as well. I think dash boost honestly might be just great for survivability, just because of how much I wish I could dash more in the electric Gribble. That one's really messing me up. So definitely, yeah, if you've got multiple breakers, at least see what trait is going to give you what boost while you're trying to set some high scores here.
Absolutely. I got some questions coming in, but can I look at the leaderboard real quick? I see your questions, guys.
There it is
in the chat. We'll get to them. Yeah. So this is the total score, right?
This is an individual run, I believe, because
okay.
yeah, this is individual run.
Got it. And so who's top 10 here? Who's number 1?
Well, Mixels is actually on the team. So
Mixels on the team. Okay.
Eddie was our number 1 in the play to mint, and was he number 1 in both? He was definitely top 3 in both of our previous iterations. So Eddie is a gamer. Warlock is Peter in the Discord, and both of these guys are here all the time. Warlock specifically made it sound like he's going to grind this entire first session to guarantee himself a prize. So good luck to Warlock. Jay Jimmy from Discord I recognize as well. Airs has been in there quite a bit. Neptune, one of our mods. Style Piggy also is someone who's got a canonized breaker in the past from participating lots and lots.
So Style Piggy won the community leaderboard, and Eddie won the top score, and he won the top score in Play to Mint as well. So he is, he's a gamer.
I see a lot of familiar names just from the Discord.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's and Gears Art. So let's go into some of these questions here. Actually, Cherry actually asked, "What are some things you guys most excited for?" I'm not sure. I'm guessing I will take that as a question to us. What are you most excited for, Joshy?
Again, it's still very novel to me. I do like the fact that it looks like our program's okay. We're good. It's still very novel, very new space to me. So I'm still enjoying the rush of minting at 0.06 and seeing the value go up. That's a minigame by itself. But honestly, just
it is
having more and more people involved. Again, I mentioned earlier in the stream, these are my people. Like, we got gamers in here. We got people that are forward thinking. Nick on the stream earlier mentioned he was one of the first Twitch accounts to get partnered. So was I. StarCraft 2 back in 2010, live streaming was not a common thing. Obviously, cable internet was only in a handful of homes in 2010, but we were early adopters. There was no money in it. There was no advertising money. Twitch didn't sell for $1 billion to Amazon until years later, right? So it does take some willingness to risk and see if you can build something worthwhile. I feel like that's my space. I feel like I love to build things, and now that I have a hand in creating this universe, game design, multimedia design with Bernie, being able to just suggest things and have a voice in the creation of, he's mentioned Star Wars in the past, but maybe Duskbreakers is on par with The Expanse or Star Trek, maybe not Star Wars, but in a few years, who knows?
I'll take that. Yeah.
And
I don't know
that's
yet.
exciting. Building is exciting to me. And the fact that I might make a little bit of profit along the way, hey, that's cherry on top, in my opinion. So all of it feels great. I like the people that I've met and talked to so far. I like the game itself is pretty enjoyable. Need to practice, obviously, the individual boss strategies, and maybe even talk to Eddie and Peter. They're in Discord all the time. One of them wrote a strategy guide. I think it was Jay Jimmy wrote a strategy guide, full on, Word file for the last minigame to help everyone try and get a better score. And that's really cool.
I don't even know this. It's like I'm busy building this other stuff. I'm like, what? You're doing this?
Dropped it. Like day 2 of the last mini game, he's like, here's my strategy guide, everyone have fun, like this is what I've learned. And he was one of the top scorers.
That's amazing. So a couple things here. I'm going to answer a couple questions. So one is, can you touch on the future plans of utilities for the Duskbreaker NFTs? Yeah, a little bit. So the utility in the game, we've talked about, and I'm going to be very vague here because it is vague, right? Like we announced a lot today, or not today, yesterday. So we'll live on that for a bit, but we have mentioned tokenomics before. So that's something that I am just getting into myself on other areas, just kind of like, I want to understand tokenomics. Like everybody's talking about tokenomics. Like, oh my God, like what does that even mean? So that's something there. Yeah. I would see a utility in literally this mini game, not the big game that we're going to be putting out in some time in the future. This is just a mini game. There's a mini utility here. There's a utility with this NFT, the breaker with the next NFT you get if you're a Genesis holder in the next game that we're building as well. So all of this is on our website. I'm being purposely vague because I do not know specific details, and I don't want to make promises that our team cannot keep. I hate those. So
don't get ahead of yourself. Yeah, absolutely.
But the idea is to make them utility. The idea is to make them influential in the gaming experience, and to also make it like look, the NFTs, they're a limited number, and there's a value to them, and some are worth more than others, and so forth. We try to make it that everyone can play, everyone can win, everyone can share in the experience, and then potentially join if they are just really dedicated to this all. So that's what we're trying to do, and hopefully you join us on that journey. The Kevin Lin they're talking about in the chat is Kevin Lin from Twitch. Yes, he is the one of the founders of us. So
at Kevin Lin on Twitter, right? Just Kevin Lin?
It's Vinlin. Vinlin.
Oh, Vinlin, that's it.
Vinlin, Vinlin. So you can follow him on Twitter. Go say hello. He's probably watching the stream right now, or he's sleeping. Who knows? So say hello. Maybe he'll say hello in the chat. I don't know. So feel free to do that. We have a lot of information on our Medium posts. I personally wrote the most recent one about the we'll call it the season of beast battling, as Joshi is doing right now. So that is that's me. You can ask me questions. I'm Bernie Sue on Twitter. So that's me. Fully come I guess at me, I guess. Don't at me, but at me.
Follow.
Yeah. Follow. Say hello. Yes. And so Kevin actually some people are probably wondering how I joined this team because Kevin and I worked on Artificial, which was a show on Twitch here on the platform. That was a scripted sci-fi show where the audience could influence it in many ways. We won an Emmy. This one, I believe. Yeah.
Which of my mini Emmys was this? Oh yeah,
I was like, which one is that one? Yes, that one. So we won that one a couple years ago, and here we are teaming together again to kind of build even a crazier experience for that. If people talk about tokenomics or currency in influence, one of the things we actually did on Twitch with Artificial, we kind of realized this when kind of after the fact. because Artificial has channel points, right? Channel points. I don't know if they're enabled for this for our show or for our channel, but we channel points can only be earned by loyalty, right? Yeah, for watching the specific channel. Like, you watching your channel doesn't transfer channel points to my channel, right? So, and what we did in Artificial in the last season is we utilize the channel points, that the currency that you accrued from watching the show allowed you more power to exert on the show, because we were interactive. We did the show live, and you can do certain things and so forth. So it's the ethos like that is what we're trying to do here with this. So play to win, or play to mint, and those type of kind of thinking. It's like the more you play a game that is hopefully fun, that you enjoy, the more you're rewarded. So that's the spirit of that. Let's see what else are people talking about here. Why are NFTs released before the core game? Shouldn't be the other way around. Yes, normally it would be, Lettons. This is not the core game. This is just a mini game in the world of Dustbreakers. Very good question. Okay. And to be fair, like, people may think, oh, you gotta get that, as you said, Mulk, gotta get that profit before the first game. Well, we actually released the first version of this game before we released the NFT. So we actually were a little more showcasing that, hey, we're serious here. We are going to give you a game first, a very mini game, okay? Give you a game first to introduce the NFT, then sell the NFT or mint the NFT, whatever. Use those resources, then build a bigger game, okay, and more experiences for you guys. So that's the difference of what we did versus some others who may just do the art and do the NFT. You have a problem with that, you can go up to them and say it. That is not something we did. We did something different. We made a game first to showcase to you that we are real and serious, and we use that game for you to get the NFT, so you can mint it at the minting price, the whitelist, and then after that we built another game. This one, another mini game, and we are still developing the big game. Big games take time, and we only started like 8 weeks ago. So, yeah, just to be clear. Awesome. Let's see. Hi there. Thanks for the stream. Love you guys. Super cool that you introduced the mini game before the team. First team that's done that well. Thanks. I actually, as someone who's trying to learn the space as well outside of our Dustbreakers, to say that we're the first, I'm not saying we aren't. Okay, I hope you're right. I hope you are exactly right that we are the first to do all this stuff. But I want to be respectful to other teams that have, a lot of great people on them who are genuinely trying to do great things. I don't want to take away from their innovation as well, because there's a lot of people out there who are doing very innovative things, and hopefully we innovate together and learn from each other. Like, look, like, innovation comes from almost like competition. Oh, look at what those guys did. We should, adjust and do that, or we should do this, right, and adjust to do that. Like, that's how you innovate. Just because one person is doing it in a vacuum, it really limits your innovation. So I love to see what else is out there and seeing what they do, and hopefully inspires them. And hopefully we inspire them too. They hopefully inspire us, and hopefully we inspire them. So I am pretty stoked to see here. Konet, why is the game so damn laggy when I have a 380? Konet, go to the Discord, ask the question there. Some guys will help you out. Again, this is the WebGL version of the game. We know it's got some resource problems, right? We are building a independent. What was the phrase? Forget exactly what Nick called it. I don't want to speak wrong. But something that will make it smoother. All right, so let's say that.
Optimizations.
Optimization. Yes. So yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, he did use a specific term. Now I don't remember what the term was either.
I'm sorry, Nick. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, I got it. A native version, right? You see, that's what you said. A native version.
Did I kill every boss? Did I just do it? Was that the run? I think I just did it for the first time on this entire stream.
Oh, and right at the end here. Right at the end. LFG. I don't know if we're going to swear, but we're on the front page. There may be kids. I'm trying to be respectful.
I beat
Right.
all the bosses finally.
You did it. What'd you score? What did you do? Did you even place? Did you even place? Did you
I'm
even place?
sure. Top 8. I'll take it. Room for
Top 8.
improvement.
We'll see if that stands, Joshy.
Yeah,
We will
I'll keep
see
playing.
if that stands.
There's a tie here too, I notice. Okay, so it is possible that some of these scores will be very, very close at the top.
Just getting started.
Cumulative,
Just
though, will be a big difference if someone just
the
grinds and
cumulative.
grinds and grinds.
Well, so one of the things that I was looking at going into this and designing this kind of double leaderboard prize system, right, was that since Eddie won, let's just say, okay, if, as a sports analyst, right, if Eddie's been top scorer the previous 2 times, if you're going to bet on one person getting top score again, it'd be Eddie, right? And maybe he just runs the table. Like, all 11 weeks, he runs the table and gets all 11. Eddie seems like a great guy. I love his breaker. I hope he doesn't win all 11, right? Like, just to be fair, okay?
Maybe he'll take it easy on people on week 11. He'll ease up a little bit.
Yeah, who knows, right? Maybe he runs this table. I don't know, okay? But it's on the website. You can go see on the website. When we did the big break launch, there were 2 leaderboards. There was the community leaderboard, the cumulative leaderboard, which is, again, a separate leaderboard than the top score leaderboard. Joshy just showed you the top score leaderboard. The cumulative leaderboard is a different leaderboard, which we'll showcase somewhere else later. I don't know when that's going to be.
Likely the website.
Like the website. That leaderboard is just all your scores combined. So you can outgrind people. Eddie did not win the cumulative leaderboard. It was won by Style Picky when she did it. Okay. Then the next question is, how much overlap do the 2 leaderboards have, right? Like, can the same 10 people win both? Yeah, of course they could. You don't know. When we did our one time where we had the 2 leaderboards, 7 players, you can look up yourself, I believe, I'm pretty sure I'm right, 7 people were on both leaderboards. So there's 7 people overlapping. And it's kind of why we put the cap limit on the whitelist, right? So we didn't want someone to be able to, like, I guess you can make other wallets, but, like, wallet up 20 whitelists and double leaderboard every week and do that. It's kind of a reason we wanted to cap the whitelist too. And also, someone whitelisting 20 is just really weird to me. Like, that just feels strange as a system. And so that's the reason for that. But it also, again, it separates it so that if you're just, not a perfect player, you can just outgrind somebody. You can just outwork somebody and get on the leaderboard and win a whitelist or win the whole thing. I don't know. Rocket, right? So again, it's very public. You can look on the website. The cumulative leaderboard last time, Style Picky won, and it wasn't even close. Like, she had like 20% more than number 2. Okay, it was not close. So we'll see what she does. So yeah.
I kind of want to. Someone asked just in chat, can we see something other than the mini game? And I could just give me a second here. Just browse OpenSea real quickly, so you can see some of the cool art of the NFTs themselves, just as a visual. So I'll take a second here to prepare that.
I'm just going to look at some other websites and stuff. But yeah, you can browse. Remember, do not dispense financial advice. Right?
Just showing the art. Purely showing the art here.
On the art.
Yeah. So we have 10,000 items here. Let me just make sure it's displaying properly. Yeah. I'm covering up some of them, but all of these pieces were generated back in December. You can see some of the various visual traits inspired by sci-fi and anime. Gearsart is the in-house artist. He was an artist working for Twitch for a long time, so you may recognize this style if you've been around Twitch for years and years. And Gearsart, I believe, was in the Twitch chat as well, so he can maybe field some questions or talk about process, whatever he wants to do there. But here you can see halos, kimonos, various smart skin, masks, armor. Maybe I'll sort actually from high to low because people are listing the really crazy ones.
I'm going to widen your screen. So there you go.
Okay.
A little wider. There you go.
So here's some of the rarer traits. I just sorted, highest to lowest. People like to list for 100 ETH or whatever. It's obviously all arbitrary, but this one I think is really cool. The solid black eyes. There's something like only 12 of the 10,000 that have solid black eyes. So he's got it listed for 100 ETH. He's also got other great traits. Like this one is, you can see I've favorited it. This is personally one of my cooler looking ones there. I don't own this. This is just a favorite.
That's a crazy listing.
Someday. But we have like the Locust Rider armor plus an armed drone. The Tengu mask is very, very popular. This one's great because it's got the black and red theme as well with the armor. Some of them are very simple looking. Like this guy is just helmet, jacket, drone, nothing too crazy. Got clown noses, Tengu mask. Locust Rider, again, these are one of one if they have both the armor and the the armor and the helmet. So this is the all black one, the all red
unique.
one.
Yeah, this is the helmet that makes it unique. So
gotcha.
That armor is of course on mini breakers, but it's the helmet that makes that one unique. The only one has that helmet with that color.
Some of these are just very simple. I like this green one just because of how clean and thematic. It just kind of looks great. Red. The white motif here. This is an interesting one. The tentacles in the background are very rare. You've got the no face masks, all kinds of just recognizable or inspired traits. Dragon tattoo on the neck looks really cool. I think I might be blocking that with my head. Yeah, there it is. The major haircut you might recognize. But yeah, just as I scroll down, you can see for yourself lots of different inspirations from various places, but they all look cool. Another really cool one there. Our chat.
He's there. He's talking. He is talking. Oh, actually, I can't. I probably shouldn't play this music.
I like the super blue DBZ inspired hair, perhaps. Here we get an all blue clown nose. That's quite a unique one. Kaneda Jacket. Kaneda Jacket is a crew basically on our Discord. You'll see people marked up as Gearbrain Gang or Kaneda or Bowl Cut Crew. People have started to kind of file into these traits that are very recognizable as groups.
Very neat. Very cool. Well, we are past the hour, Joshy, so we can wrap this baby up.
Sure thing.
I see. Some people were like, "Don't show the art. Go back to gameplay, but show us something else." It's like, well, this is the Beast Battler. There is still I'm pretty sure the other game is still up. It does not have leaderboard implications. Okay, so if you want to win, gotta play the Beast Battler. That's where you're playing. Let's kind of do a mini recap, Josh, and we'll wrap this sucker up.
Sure.
So you can come back to your main screen.
Okay.
And there you are. Oh, that's leaderboard. So that's my screen. But hold on, let me knock out these lower thirds because they're kind of confusing.
Sure.
Great. Okay, so to recap, everybody, Beast Battlers launch is officially out. You can go play it. People are leaderboarding right now. There are 2 leaderboards. This is not the one that you can see, but there is the cumulative leaderboard and the individual score leaderboard. What you can win is right now, the launch sweepstakes is this weekend. We do not have an exact time of end yet. We will announce that on our Discord and Twitter, but it is at least through the weekend, so you have plenty of time. If you want to win, go play and do it. What can you win? It is right here on this screen. First place on both leaderboards, get one of the breakers. First place on individual gets the one on the left, the one with the red helmet. First place for top in the cumulative score gets the blue one on the right. How much are those breakers worth? You make your own estimate on OpenSea. We'll see. The floor right now is 2.84, 0.284, not 2.4, 0.284 ETH, $700, $800. I don't know what that is right now. And ETH keeps going up and down. Second place gets 500 USDC, the coin that tied to US dollars, so basically $500. Third place gets 250. Again, both leaderboards get this, so first place, second place, third place on the cumulative and the top score get this as well. Top 10 on both leaderboards get the whitelist spot for the future NFTs that we are dropping. If you want to read more about that, that is on the Medium post. You can just do ! Medium, on our chat, I believe. I'm going to go right to it. It's also linked on our Discord. You can check it out there. All participants who are playing and connect a wallet are entered into our whitelist sweepstakes. The chance to whitelist, it is a sweepstake. It is not a guarantee that you get the whitelist, but it is a sweepstakes for it. A lot of people got their NFT, our Dustbreaker NFTs through this in the first Play the Mint version of this. So I can't say the chances are good. I can't say they're bad because we're running this for 11 weeks. So it could be a lot of players. That's why. But if you're top 10 in your leaderboard, you can guarantee that spot. And I will also add that if you are a Genesis holder, I'm going to go to the Medium post real quick. If you are a Genesis holder in the meaning that you own one of the current NFTs, you get a future NFT as an airdrop. And details on that NFT are coming later. I don't have that yet. Sorry, but we're still working on it. I will add, you can clarify again, I did this at the top of the stream, the difference between an airdrop and a whitelist. Airdrop, you just get the NFT. Whitelist, you have to do something to get it. And there's a nominal cost. Yeah, I'm not gonna. There's a cost. I don't know what the cost is. Okay. So don't hold me to it. But the whitelist cost for the original Dustbreaker NFTs was 0.06 ETH, and now the NFTs are 0.284 ETH, and that was 6 weeks ago. So you make your own decisions on if you want to trade the asset. That's up to you. So again, both leaderboards get this, and the very, very important for those of you who are holders of the NFT, future or current, the airdrop hold does not prevent you from whitelisting 10 spots. You have 10 maximum spots you can whitelist for during the leaderboard sweepstakes through the 11 weeks here, right? So if you're holding 10 breakers and you leaderboard 10 times, you have the 10 airdrop NFTs and you get the 10 whitelist spots, right? So there's no punishment if you are holding a breaker or you're holding multiple breakers. You're not being punished, right? So I want to make that clear. We'll make that clearer with more examples in future posts on our Discord. Joshy below will handle that because he's the community lead. Other things that are coming up next week, we have our first of our bi-weekly, clarifying bi-weekly as every other week. And AMA for you in the community. Our first guest is Gabby Dizen from Yield Guild Games. You can follow him there on Twitter. There's links on the Medium post. We'll be talking about different things in the community. We'll talk about the space of crypto gaming, all sorts of areas. We'll have guests each time. We'll give the opportunity for you to ask questions. By that point, we will actually have our first winners of the leaderboard for the weekend, so we can announce those too. Other things coming up, we are working on a webcomic with many of the canonical breakers in the space and of the 10,000. Those of you who don't know, one of my goals in this endeavor is to take some of your breakers and make them canonical characters in our story world. So featured in perhaps a webcomic coming up, featured in perhaps a show coming up. So we'll see how that plays out. Hold on, I'm seeing a question that I feel I may need to answer. No. Let's see.
No, I'm looking at stream too. I think.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, cool. Okay. Cool. So okay, screw it. All right, so a white paper is coming. These are things that we've mentioned in the past. We are just acknowledging them here. Again, you can go to our website, dustbreakers.gg, to see information. Again, you can go to this Medium post. It's public. Go check it out. Read it for yourself. I wrote it. You can at me on Twitter to ask me questions too. Ask me on Discord. I may not have the answer to every question. Just to be clear, I'm only one person, and there's a lot of great people working on this project, and there's a lot of moving parts. Okay. We've also talked about having 3D merged versions of your breakers. So that's still happening. More details to come there. You can't have it all right now, man. Can't have it all.
Yeah.
But right now, what you should be doing, you should be playing the Beast Battler game. You should be trying to get that leaderboard, win some prizes. If you don't make it this weekend, got next week. And with that, Joshy, any final words?
Yeah, everything Bernie said, he did a fantastic job spelling everything out for us here. Final notes for me as the community lead again is just discord.gg/duskbreakers. Come hang out with us. We're building a community at the same time. People are very friendly and helpful with how to play the game, how to get better scores, things like that at a minimum. I mean, if that's all you're interested in, but also even in trading and sales talk, people will sometimes just drop, hey, I think this is a good value if someone wants to go for that one. I don't even own this, right? And you might get more than you bargained for just by hanging out in the Discord a little bit more. Again, very friendly group, and we're all gamers. So we've mostly got interest in sci-fi, games, anime, chill zone, and gaming channels specifically to discuss those things. We've got IRL breakers. If you want to share pictures of your pets, like, you can basically chat about anything. Don't have to be a holder. You can participate as much as you like in the game and in our community without spending a dime. So I just want to reiterate, we're all friends, and building and breaking the Dusk together as we go. So for me personally, I'm at Ask Joshi on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, all the places. So if you're interested in more stuff from me, you can follow me on any of those, ask me questions, whatever. And then in Discord, obviously, I've got the big yellow name, community lead. So you can see me as well. The mod team, again, I'll just shout out to Cherry Camo, for example, who's in the chat right now, dropping those links as we go. Mod team is extremely helpful. Again, a bunch of great people. Anyone with a yellow or blue name in there on the mod team or the actual Meta Theory team are perfectly willing to help. You can tag them. They might not see it right away, but they will eventually answer you. Basically, yeah, just anything you want to know, swing on by, and we're here for you throughout. So that's it from me. Thanks, Bernie, for being such a good stream host. I know the production can be tricky here, so
yeah, I'm the one actually
a solid job here.
So it's so tricky. I'm not usually used to, as someone who's done 4 seasons of a live show. I am not the one usually doing this, or ever doing this, really. So it's pretty awesome. I feel this one. I've had some fun. And by the way, those of you who are asking hard questions in the chat about NFTs and the stuff and being challenging, right? Now I encourage you to be constructive. Okay, like just don't throw hate out there. Be constructive in your criticism. Please challenge it. Absolutely. There are things that we're seeing in the crypto space where we just go like, what the like, and we'll be kind of appalled by things that either individuals do or mechanisms that are suspect. Like these are things I don't want to go into specifics about that. You can do your own research on that. But we are not just rosy. Hey, we are not saying throw your money into Ethereum. We are not giving you financial advice. We're not telling you to do anything. The only thing we are actually asking you to do is to play the free game. That's it. Play the free game. Potentially win prizes. All right. That's all. You can be critical of the NFTs. You can be critical of crypto, Web3, and all that stuff. That's fine. Ask the hard questions. I did too. And sure, I'm in it, but I'm still asking the hard questions. So and if you want, to get in those conversations with that, you can message me. I may not respond, but I don't want. This is not the place for that. So with that, Joshi, Nick, shout out to him, who's probably working on making the game a little strong, a little cleaner, and running better for those of you who are playing. All the people in the chat, all of y'all who stuck around for this entire thing, thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend and grind, get that leaderboard, win an NFT, whitelist spots, cash. Do it. If you miss out this week, you got next week. And if you miss out that week after, you miss out that week, you got the week after that for 10 other weeks after that. So there are some opportunities here. The game will optimize, ideally get better each time out, and the prizes will shift. And maybe one thing actually I didn't mention, we may actually have more prizes than what you said, right?
That's a good tease.
I didn't talk about canonical breakers, right? We didn't, that will come later. Okay. We can always add to the prize pool. The minimum is what you're seeing on the post here. The bare minimum is this. Every leaderboard week, starting with this weekend, is at least that way. This, okay? At least that, right? If we may add, okay? But right now, grind away. Joshi, final words.
Yep. Well, since you mentioned the partner NFTs are actually on that list, and we didn't talk about partnerships in the past. Kaiju Kings, Crypto Unicorns, and Angry Ape Army Whitelist. We just had giveaways for, so we've got partnerships. We got more coming. Who knows what we'll see next month, or what might be a prize in just a few weeks. So please do stick around for all those valuable partnerships. Shout out to all of them as well. Do check them out as we become affiliated. And yeah, that's it. Good luck. Have fun. Go through the Discord, and we'll see you when we see you.
All right, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good luck, and see you guys in the Discord. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.